is based, and I'm not gonna go into the whole I dislike Call of Duty rant. Mostly because whenever a new Call of Duty comes out, people always have issues with it, me included. I'm not gonna sit here in front like I love the game. Right now, I'm kind of pissed off about the game, but I'm more pissed off about other reasons. It's not just Call of Duty; it's the status quo, or what is normal now within the gaming industry. The bar is being lowered on each release. The game could look great, the gameplay could be nice, but if the servers are trash and you're playing an online game that's competitive, it kind of takes away from the fact that, yes, the game is fun. Because, okay, I'll put it like this. If I was legitimately bad at the game and just getting rocked, I'd admit it. I'd say, okay, I need to step my shit up. When you have lag issues, spawn issues, so on and so forth, things that need to be fixed at launch, that's when you gotta start thinking, what did I pay $60 for? I can't think of one person that, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, the reason why people want to play Call of Duty is to play online, to play multiplayer, to play competitively, just to have some fun online. When you take a lag element, and when you were promising dedicated servers, that's an issue. That's a big issue. When you start to play a game and it says migrating host to another player, it does not mean dedicated servers at all. So let's take that element out of it. Let's look at Grand Theft Auto 5. The initial online release of that game was so terrible. I can't think of any. I can't think of any console release in the last year or two or three that was that bad. But the funny thing was is people were okay with it because it's becoming normal for games to be laggy, not delivering what they promise. Just issues on top of issues at launch. And what I'm trying to understand is that these games that are coming out, which are reaching into the hundreds of millions of dollars for the budgets, are coming out with so many buggy issues. Since when was that okay? Why is this acceptable? I mean, I was talking to a friend that said, oh, I really like Call of Duty. I really like Ghosts, but there's a lot of problems. You know, I get killed a lot because of the lag issues and people spawning on top of me. And, well, why would you really like the game if you're miserable while you play it? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Look at WWE 14. The game, let's take away for the fact that the game's damn near been the same since it originally came out for WWE versus Raw or whatever it was. The servers are still shit. That hasn't been fixed since WWE 12. I mean, horrible. There's still physics issues with the game, but it's acceptable? Are we really okay with paying $60 for games that are not finished? And then chalking it up for the fact, oh, we'll wait for a patch. No. It's basically like, okay, I'm going to give them $40 instead of 60 because it's not a finished game. They'll get the rest of the 20 when it's finished. And that's not even to count with the downloadable content. Why are you working on DLC when you can't get the original game mechanics down? What's the disconnect? When did we become so okay and comfortable with Subpar? I mean, let's think of games from the N64. Let's look at Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, right? Well, it's an easy game to point out because it's a classic, right? But think of a glitch. I mean, even for when it launched. Look at No Mercy for WWF, No Mercy for N64. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Think of glitches that were game-breaking when it launched. And this was during a time where, you know what, they didn't have a choice because they didn't have patches that they could have fixed it. If a game was broken, a game was broken. I think now developers are getting real lazy with the idea of, oh, we'll just patch it later on. That doesn't fly straight. This is the first generation of gaming where the quality has gone down and the price has gone up. I never understood that. I still don't get it. And I understand there's going to be people saying, well, you still bought the game. Of course I bought the game. I expected what they were selling me. Now, is it false advertisement? I'm not going to go on a whole thing where, oh, we should boycott. No, fuck that. It doesn't matter. we will point out the obvious and say the more that we buy these games, the more they'll know it's acceptable to do these things and these practices. It's just my opinion. I had to get this off my chest. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, share it if you feel like it. If you found it informative, cool. I do appreciate y'all watching it. Hopefully I'll start getting you some gameplay footage without me going crazy, spazzing out and cussing, because that's going on right now. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all be easy. Peace.